Hello everyone, thought I'd make this video real quick. This is something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. Don't worry, nothing bad. It's just something I like talking about. But if you don't know me, something about me is I really enjoy card games, and some might say a little bit too much. So if you haven't played any card games, let me introduce you to one that will literally take all the money out of your wallet, unless you're smart about it, which I'm being smarter with this card game specifically. But to just cut right to the chase, I'm talking about the One Piece card game. I got back into this after about a 2-year hiatus. I just don't know why I picked it back up again. I think it just sounded fun to me. I was looking at it, and so far, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I've gone to a local tournament once so far. I've played with friends. I'm trying to just play with more random people online, like the simulator, just to get used to playing against like other decks, whether they're meta or not meta, which is still fun overall. But so far, I have yet to play a deck that just seems unfair. So for example, I play Magic. There are some decks that I play that they feel unfair in some circumstance, whether it's the amount of cards they can play in one turn. But besides that, basically going on a tangent there, the One Piece card game is a very fun and easy game to play. And if you want something that's probably simple and you could just buy a pack and start playing, I would suggest this one. And it's a lot shorter than Magic because I play the Commander format with I can't speak. I play the Commander format, which, if you don't know, is a 100-card deck, and it's usually played with usually 3 or more people. So those games could run anywhere between, I think the shortest one was 20 minutes, but that's because the dude just drew everything he needed in his opening hand, and there's no salt or anything. He just got really lucky, and he even said it. We just played it through. We all had fun. No one had any complaints, and then the very next game was 4.5 hours. So like the game can go really long. My longest one I think was 8.5 hours of one game because everyone just kept getting board wipes. It was mainly conversations that were keeping it going and politicking, which is just discussing like what we should do for the next turn, who's winning, whatever. That took a majority of the game. The game overall was probably maybe 3 hours max, but the rest of it was like 5.5 hours of just talking and discussing who should do what and how you should do it because of what's going on. Anyways, the One Piece card game basically has me in a stranglehold right now. And what I mean by that is I watch a lot of videos on it. I'm hyper fixated on it, stuff like that. And it's just because it's a very interesting game, and it's really cool to see like an anime in a card game because I love anime. If you don't know that, if you don't see pop figure, I got a big hit. So I don't know if you saw that, and I don't know if you heard me because my microphone didn't pick me up, but that's okay. Long story short, this game is very fun because I like the aspect of Dawn. Like what this is like if you have land cards, which I do believe I have some here. You have a set of Dawn cards, and it's usually just 10. You have a pack of 10 or like a little deck of 10 of them, and you get 2 every turn unless you go first. You get 1. The reason I like that is because it really makes it so you have to like take it a turn at a time instead of like getting ahead. Now there are colors in this deck like purple that let you ramp, which let you get extra Dawn per turn, but a lot of the times purple usually has it rested, which means you can't use it the turn that it comes out. But there are cards that let you untap it or have it set as active, and it's just overall I really enjoy the game. Like I said, I have yet to play a deck that just seems unfair. I lose every time. It's something that's really cool. And then the whole life aspect. So for example, let me grab a leader card here. So I have a Don Quixote Doflamingo card, and as you can see, if I can get it to focus, oh, wrong side, I forgot this camera's flipped. Right here, that's how much life you get. Now the way life works in this game is you take that many cards from the top of your deck without looking at them, and you place them like face down, and then you stack them on top of each other. And the reason for that is because if you get hit by one of their characters and you don't block it or do anything, put that card to your hand. And some people don't like that aspect because you're getting free cards to your hand and it's giving you more options to play out. But that's the thing I like about it, because the RNG of just drawing cards in any card game is always there. But there's ways to search the deck without being like Magic, where you search for a specific card. You can only look at the top 5 or the top 3. And some of them have drawbacks like, oh, this lets you look at the top 5, but you have to reveal the 2 cards, because you reveal all of them, I should say. You reveal 2 cards from the 5, put those 2 in your hand, but then you have to get rid of a card from your hand out of the entirety of your hand. Overall, I very much enjoy this game. I very much think it's probably a contender for like my top 10 favorite card games, because right now it's Magic, Poker, just in general, probably One Piece, and then Lorcana. I want to try the Gundam card game because I've heard nothing but good things about the Gundam card game. It looks very fun. But like I said, One Piece is just a great card game overall. It has me in a chokehold because I already have I think 5 decks now that all have like certain Dawn cards. So again, like I said, the Dawn cards are your land cards, but I don't know if every character has specific Dawn. I'm pretty sure they do. What I mean by specific Dawn is, let me show you here. Funny enough, I have another deck next to me. So I have an Usopp leader, right? It's then everyone, like I said, everyone has like Dawn decks. His Dawn is literally parts of the manga that are him. Like these aren't proxies. These are what came, I believe, out when he did. So if I'm not mistaken, I do believe every leader that is released has their own specialized Dawn cards that you can get for them, whether it's non-foil, I think it's non-foil, foil, and then gold, which the whole card, I believe, is like this black part's really just gold, and those are super rare, and I'm not paying that much for a Dawn card. But nonetheless, like I said, it's a very fun card game. I love card games. I want to just get more into it, and the whole reason I made this video is because, like I said, I just wanted to rant about it or talk about it because it's such a strategic game. It's a goofy game. It's a fun game. And it's very interesting to see because if you've read the manga or if you've watched the anime, there's some cards that make, like, it's just funny to me. Like, for example, there's a mono black Luffy deck that I saw where it was just a navy. And to me, it's funny because you have a Luffy leader that's all navy. So it seems kind of funny that the guy who, is going against the navy is using the navy to his advantage. So I don't know. It's just goofy little things like that. And overall, like I said, game's a solid. I'd say probably, I'll be honest, there's not a lot of critiques I have for it. Like I said, there's nothing really bad in my opinion. Because like even going first, you only get 1 Dawn and you don't get to draw. And then the second person gets the 2 Dawn and draw a card. And I think that's only to be fair because you can do a lot on turn 1 depending on what the deck is. Like a majority of decks can go turn 1. Like I said, if you're looking for an easy game to get into, if you like anime, this is a game you could easily get into. My favorite anime, if you don't know, is Dragon Ball Z, and their card game it's mid at best. Like I've tried the online games, I've tried real life games. There's just some stuff I feel like they could just really make better. Because like I said, I truly like the aspect of getting 2 land per turn in a lot of games. And some cards you have to put land back in your deck in order to do stuff. Very fun. It's like Riftbound. Riftbound has ruins instead of Dawn. It's the same thing as lands. You get 2 per, and then you have to use specific ones to... So let's say you have like purple and red. You use those 2. You need a purple one to summon a specific card that has a cost of purple, and then you have to put the purple back into your deck because it's such a strong card. Like that aspect's really cool. And so far, when that is a lot cheaper and I can actually play in the card format, like just actually have actual cards on tabletop, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a great time to play a game. And I think closing statements for this video, I thoroughly enjoy One Piece, the card game. If you have any leaders that you guys have that you really enjoy, please let me know in the comments because the only reason I have this Doflamingo deck is because I really wanted to mess with the aspect of purple, like having to ramp. And I don't believe there is a yellow purple leader that I saw. I might be wrong, but that is one that actually intrigued me. Originally was yellow purple. And the reason for that is because yellow is all about like life manipulation. So yellow has a lot of cards that let you look at the top card of your life so you can see what's coming next. You don't have to guess. Your opponent can see what's coming next. So now they have to actually play around that, knowing that if they hit you, this card will come out and then, stuff happens. Or you play this card and now you get an extra life on top of your life pile. So having that aspect with something that ramps would have been real cool. But overall, so far, I have yet to actually play this deck against somebody because I recently just got it, and I've been doing like mock battles where you just draw cards, try to play it out, try to like play scenarios in your head, stuff like that. I can play it on the simulator, but I'm more of a tabletop guy. Like I like the physical card in my hand. And the reason I like this deck so far, and I think it's going to be fun to just play in general, even if I lose, is his ability, if I can get it there, if you can even get it because there. long story short, it says end of turn, set up to 2 of your Dawn cards as active. So at the end of my turn, I could set 2 Dawn that are rested as active so I can react to people doing stuff to me. Very cool. There's other cards in the deck that do that, but this isn't a deck profile. Overall, like I said, I don't see anything really wrong with the game. I guess 9 out of 10 because I have seen stuff online where people argue about certain cards needing to be balanced more, and they just outright ban it or restrict it instead of just fixing the card in like the newer things or eroding them. But I haven't seen them. But then again, like I said, I wasn't there for 2 years when the game was coming out, so maybe that's when all the bad stuff was happening with the cards. But yeah, solid 9 out of 10. Probably third favorite card game overall, even though it's going up. But like I said, let me know if you have any leaders that you really enjoy, that you have fun playing. My favorite personally is Mono Yellow Kalgara. That's my favorite deck so far. Absolutely love it. I love playing that deck. And if you guys want to see the updated deck that I have of it, because I did a deck tech on them before, let me know. I can do the updated one, because the updated one actually works so far better than what I had. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.